Data is iets dat zeer belangrijk en gevoelig is. Dit gaf de zaakgelastigde van de Amerikaanse staten in Suriname aan. Volgens de zaakgelastigde moeten we daarom meer bedrijven in Suriname opzetten die weten om te gaan met data en die efficiënt ermee weten te werken. Want volgens hem omvat dit niet meer een simpel gesprek, maar ons heel leven. Hij zegt het volgende.
Something that President Trump has been talking about since he got into office, the need to partner with trusted companies that we know that are going to protect your data and make sure that you have access to it. Why does that choice matter? Because these networks are no longer just about phone calls, right? I remember the dial-up phones. I mean, that's what I grew up on, right? And then then we had the benefit of going from those to more advanced communications, and then internet communications appeared, and now we're talking about all sorts of agentic intelligence coming along. So it's no longer just about the most simple of communications. It's about everything that we do in life. They carry your banking systems. They carry your government services, your hospitals, right? Your businesses. The full weight of a modern economy runs through this infrastructure. In the old days, it was rail, road. Now it's digital. And when a nation builds that backbone with trusted partners like you've chosen to do, you're going to have companies that respect the rule of law, right? That operate transparently with independent judicial oversight, that will not use data as a weapon, right? They won't become someone you have to worry about selling your data to a foreign government or to someone that's out for industrial espionage, right? They won't coerce or disrupt what you're doing. They're going to make a direct investment in you by guaranteeing your sovereignty. And that's something that we're very, very happy to see. And I want to congratulate you on making that choice. I want to congratulate Finabank for taking a choice on a local project. There's so much capital that is tied up here in Suriname that can be released through local lending. So wonderful to see that. My granddad was on the board of a local bank when I grew up, and I remember him always talking about risk. Right? Where's the risk in a project? And obviously, this is one that doesn't have a lot of that involved in it, but I think it's because of the partners that are engaged. These alternatives we talk about, different companies and different countries, they're real, right? They exist, but the risks are not theoretical. Untrusted vendors can be compelled by governments to disrupt networks. And they can be a threat to privacy, to intellectual property, and to national security, not just for one country, but to an entire region and to every business that's connected to the network. So we believe that every country around the world should have a clear and sovereign right to their data. And this is one thing that's here in Suriname we're seeing obviously play out with your investment. The phrase, you build it and they will come, is very true, right? And you're investing, as you said rightly, not in the future that you need right now, or the needs of right now, but where you want to be in 10 years. So you're choosing differently, and that choice will pay dividends. The investors and the businesses, they're looking closely where their data is going to live, or who controls the infrastructure that's carrying it, are going to look at nations that build on trusted technology. And that sends an unmistakable signal that your data is secure here, your intellectual property. You talked about the oil and gas industry, but there's a whole lot of other companies that are going to be coming here. And they want to make sure that their data is secure. And certainly that's true for people as well when it comes to personal health issues and personal finance issues. It's important. So, when you attract the next wave of investment, not just in telecommunications, every sector that comes here is going to be built on a secure digital foundation at some level. It's going to be very important. It's also about resilience, and we've seen what happens globally when internet goes down, when power goes down, when people are unable to get access to their data. It causes, in a word, chaos, right? I'm not sure the modern world is built for 3 days without internet. And you mentioned kids. Try adults, right? They can't get to their banking systems or watch their Netflix or schedule a dinner reservation without the internet, right? It's amazing how quickly law and order might break down. So thank you for choosing resilience in that regard. But a modern, secure backbone that's digitally based here in Suriname is going to, I think, really bode well for the future of the children. I think back to 18 years ago, what happened 18 years ago? You might know? 2008? First iPhone was debuted. 2008, right? Can we even imagine not having a smartphone today, right? Where are the kids going to be in 18 years from now, right? Holographic learning, potentially. Teleportation, I don't know. But seriously, I mean, the infrastructure that you're putting in today is, you're leapfrogging so much that's legacy in terms of what countries that still have to get past the copper architecture, and you're putting in a system that's going to help a small country like Suriname achieve gains very, very quickly, much more quickly than an extremely large country can do, because there's so many more connections they have to deal with. And again, the fact that you're not going to be answering to foreign capital, right, or foreign countries, because you have your own investments is important. So we're excited to stand with you, the United States. We just had a number of U.S. companies here for SEAOGS and for PMAC. U.S. companies are constantly looking for opportunities here on the capital side as well, banks, also on the infrastructure side. And we look forward to deepening the partnership, not only in telecommunications, but across the full range of opportunities that are going to be present here in Suriname: energy, security, other types of economic diversification. Of course, I mentioned education, workforce development. But we need to see the next generation of engineers and technicians here, right? And the technology you're putting in place is going to help do that. We've been trying for a long time to establish Starlink communications here as well. And I think, when you think of what Telesur has done, it sends a very strong signal to the rest of the business community that you should be here, right? And so we hope to have them here as well soon. But I want to thank everybody in tonight who were part of this. Again, to our American companies for being here and for continuing to believe in Suriname, because we believe in it. We think it's got an incredibly bright future. But you have to stay the course, right? You have to stay the course. It's not easy, and you've done it. You've continued to